Hello everyone, I'm Troublesome Trucks, and today we are back with a series we haven't done in a while, which is What's New. So this is actually the first series I created, and also the first videos uploaded on the channel, but I haven't actually made any in a while because mainly I haven't found much stuff at the thrift stores. Thomas related or anything major, just a couple random pieces here and there, but nothing really to warrant a whole video. But today I did found something at a thrift store yesterday, so now we're going to take a look and see what it all is. So here is this big bag of wooden railways stuff. So you see it's a huge set, and I got it for $8. So yeah, it looks like a pretty interesting stuff. I'm not quite sure what brand this is or what set it's from. I'll try and look it up a little bit later, but yeah, it has this, looks like a haunted mine something entrance, if we'll focus there, and then some kind of mountain tunnel thing or bridge, and then an airport thing. There's a couple trains in here and a crane down here as well. Couple tracks. There's a freight car. There's more tracks and stuff in this red bin, and then yeah, there's other side. And I'm not quite sure what's all in this. It doesn't look like any Thomas stuff, but I think this might be a KidKraft set, but it's a Wooden Railway brand. But I think we're just going to open it and find out and try and figure out what all this belongs to, and maybe make the original set or just create our own. So we have some zip ties up here. We're going to try and cut off, and we got one more up on this side. It might have been out of shot, but let's dump all this out and see what we got. So looks like quite a lot. We got this red storage bin. Might have been from a Wooden Railway play table or something. I'm not quite sure, but looks like we got this piece, part of a mountain something. I'm not quite sure. I think it does attach. Looks like that just has to clip in. So I was kind of wondering if it was in there, but it kind of looked like it was tucked in here. So it's all good. I do have quite a few waterfall pieces and stuff now, but none quite like this. There's a bunch of clips on the side. I think it looks like most of them are snapped off. There's the plastic. There's only like one intact. So that's a little bit unfortunate. It looks like it's just kind of going to be loose. Maybe I can glue it or something, or maybe find a way to fix it, but it looks like it'd stay together. It looks like a track goes through here and something up here, and maybe a track on the bottom as well. It doesn't look like there's any lights or sounds on that, but we got a big ascendant track. I actually don't have any of these right now. This is like a 2-level, and I have a bunch of these 1-level rising, ascending, descending tracks, but none of these big ones. It looks like we got at least 3. I think just 3 of them, but I had actually been wanting to get some of these, so that's actually nice to have. So got those, a couple ascending tracks. I got a bunch of these already, but guess we'll have some more. Here's the airport thing that we saw already. Looks like, I think maybe this crane looks like it could fit up here. So yeah, pretty interesting. These things are a little bit wobbly. It looks like it should have a base or something. I'm not quite sure. Actually, this crane looks like it probably actually goes on this, and maybe a track goes through it. So I'm not quite sure what would go on this piece then. Looks like something, but yeah, I'm just looking around. I don't see anything. Maybe it's missing a piece. I don't know. But yeah, it looks pretty interesting. Elevated curve. I think it's 2 levels off the ground. So I don't have many 2-level elevated pieces. So this is quite nice. Quick look at the crane. Kind of something similar to this, but Yeah, it's nice. Another crane to the collection. And it just fell off. Okay, that's not good. We have a bunch of these quick curves or sharp curves. They're basically two of the small curves like in one piece. So if I grab two of these small curves, you see it's pretty much the same, and they have a barrier on the side. I only have like one of these, but it doesn't have the barrier, so I think it's so the trains don't fly off when they don't go down a sharp hill or a tall hill, whatever. So we got a couple of those. You also got one just for a small curve. Oh, we got another quick curve, but got this bridge beam type stuff on here. And then we got some risers. Looks like 2-level risers. I'm pretty sure, yeah, on here it actually says KidKraft. If you can see that, that's in the text right down here. But I did think these were KidKraft. I have seen a couple sets use these types, so looks like it is a type of KidKraft set, but I've never seen this exact one before. Alright, let's look at this piece, which I was pretty intrigued about. A mine entrance. So there's a track goes over the top and looks like one goes through. And there's actually detail on all sides. So I think some companies would have just left it blank, but this one actually looks pretty nice with all the extra details they added. So we got that. Unfortunately, sometimes they don't always paint like all the vehicles, so the top part of this front loader is just bare wood, but otherwise it is pretty nicely detailed. So I got that loader. I got a helicopter for airport thing there. Looks like another thing for a small curve. It looks like maybe it wasn't assembled. Oh, this one actually has screw holes. I actually just picked that out without even knowing. But next up, we also got some of these red supports that have the pretty tight connection on them. So more supports, good for that. And I think I was wondering, they look like a lighthouse piece, but I think this is actually something for the airport. So looks like that spins around. So looks like we might have solved that mystery. We also have a couple of these. I'm not quite sure what they are. Looks like part of a building maybe. Not 100% sure, but pretty interesting. We could get into the trains now, because that's kind of the main focus of this. We got two of these like cargo cars. They actually look pretty nice. I'm not sure if I'm a super big fan of just the gray base. I would have probably preferred a black one, but this is actually look pretty nice. I do like this style of cargo cars. So, and then we got this red engine, 6185. I think I have one of these basically the same in a blue, but this one's in red, so a little bit different at least. We got a piece of gold, maybe for the mine, and another one. We actually have a couple more vehicles. We have a fire engine and maybe a police car. And what else? We got a couple people here. Maybe air traffic control, a miner, and a policeman. And we got also, see the back of them. And it looks like another police officer and maybe a fireman there. So, it looks like maybe this is, yeah, I think that is police, or maybe that's a train conductor or something. Now that I look at it, we actually have a fire station and police station. And maybe, or I thought these maybe went to this somehow, but I don't think they actually do. We got some kind of water base. Maybe that also plays into the mountain thing piece over here. That like go like down here or something, or kind of looks like it fits, but it doesn't actually clip in. So not totally sure. We actually have some pretty interesting tree pieces. We have a trunk and then this piece, so it can kind of clip in like that, or maybe the other way looks better. We got a couple different couple of those. Never seen this kind of tree before. They are plastic. Yeah, they're all plastic, but interesting nonetheless. And have a traffic cone and a sign. And that's pretty much all the different pieces, I think. Oh, we have a street light too. Then a couple different curves. Oh, we have a sharp curve with no barrier. Some small curves. And we have another street light down there. Some more big curves. Two different sets of points. And a couple small pieces of straight. So yeah, that's pretty much all that this lot entails. So pretty interesting. Not quite sure how it all fits together, but I'm going to try and look this set up and see if I can find any reference pictures. Then we're going to try and build it and test it out. So stay around at 1 minute and it should be built. Alright, and the track has finally been built, and I was able to figure out this is the KidKraft Waterfall Junction Set. So yeah, there it is. So this was actually, I tried to try and find the instructions online, but it was actually pretty difficult to put it together. The things just weren't lining up, so I had to get a few pieces from my own stash to try and complete this. The tracks are kind of tight. They're kind of at some weird angles, but just wasn't quite lining up, so I don't know what was going on. But also, those triangle pieces, I found out they're the bases to this helipad piece. And they're supposed to be screws in, but since I didn't have the right screws, I just used hot glue and glued that together. And I also glued this barrier to this one curve that didn't have one. Also, there's supposed to be a curve here that's like the inverse of this one, but both of these were the same, and it needs to, if I'll take this one, it's supposed to go like this, but I didn't have one that was the right one, so I guess that got lost and replaced with another one from maybe another lot or something. I'm not quite sure. And then also, this piece, since the clips are all broken, I kind of just tried to glue this on with hot glue as well. It's not a super clean job and stuff, but I did the best I could do. And unfortunately, another problem was this piece. It is supposed to go here and it's supposed to hinge open, but unfortunately these little pins that go in the holes so it can pivot are snapped off. So that might be a problem. Maybe I can try and figure out a little solution to that, but yeah, there is actually quite a few problems with this set, but overall it's pretty nice. I'll show you the train here. I do like the rolling stock still. You have the cargo and stuff, and there is supposed to be bases on like a roof for the fire station and police station back there. And as you see, there's the red bin that was that also came with this, and it's supposed to be on a table and stuff. But most of the main destinations are here, and I think the vehicles and stuff. So that's not too bad. I didn't really need the table. I didn't really have much space for it, but yeah. And then we got this mine entrance piece. I'm still quite pretty interesting and unique. We got also the waterfall helipad and the crane here as well. So I just kind of put all the other pieces in areas that they fit. So we're just going to do a quick tour with this red engine here. So you can go through this mountain piece and slow down because there's nothing to stop you there. Then you can go under the crane and you can load and unload your cargo. I think you're supposed to start at the mine first or something, but anyways, we can continue off, and we just came from that way, so we can go here, and then you can go through this tunnel piece and pop out the other side. We can go up this steep hill and around this tight curve with a bridge over it, another curve, and then we're at the mine. I don't know, I feel like there should have been a track through there, but it wasn't in the pictures. But maybe it's just an opportunity for expansion. I guess maybe that's where the diggers are supposed to go and get all the gold out or something. But anyways, you can go through here. I think the track has to be positioned right. It's not really super, doesn't really like click in. It's kind of just float in and loose in there. So yeah, and then we go here past the helipad, so that they can perform a rescue if needed. And then the light tower thing, I don't know, and then come down the hill, around the curve, and through under the bridge, and then we are stuck in a loop. So of course nothing bad about the find, but the actual design of this track is kind of iffy. It's kind of, we're stuck in a loop that we're in, and kind of just separate loops, but you have to go down the track and then back out, and we lost the engine somewhere. I think that fell off the tracks in there. That's nice. And have to try and fish him out. And then he has to reverse and go on this track and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of a weird situation, but overall I think this was a pretty good. I saw the on one of the pictures it said the price was like $160 or something, so for $8 I think this is a pretty good deal, even though some of the pieces did and still kind of need some work, and the track plan is a bit weird, but just the pieces in general are pretty nice. So yeah, that is pretty much all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't talk about KidKraft and other brands too much, but yeah, it's nice to switch things up once in a while again, as I say. So there's a full view of the track, and yeah, so thank you for tuning in to this recent What's New episode. I'll see if I can do a couple more of these, but I have to see what I can find at the thrift stores. But this one was pretty good, so hope to use these new pieces in a different original track plan eventually, but we'll see how it goes. But anyways, till next time, this is Troublesome Truck signing out. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.